Hello, everyone. Today, our session is Vocabulary Unit 2, and let's get started with the word achieve. Achieve is a verb, and to get the noun, you must add the suffix ment. So, achievement. Achieve can be changed to an adjective by adding the suffix able to become achievable. When I say success is achievable, but you must do your best. Article. Article is a noun, something you write about a different topic. Attractive. Attractive is an adjective and the verb is attract. You can get the noun by saying attraction. Attraction as a noun can be countable and can be uncountable. Uncountable, something as a valuable, but as a noun you can count attractions. For example, the most important places in such a country you can visit. Beef, belief. Belief is a noun and the verb is believe, to believe something. I can say, I believe you. I believe that you say the truth. But when I say I believe in you, that means I know that you are the best. A chopstick. Complicated. Complicated is an adjective and its synonym is complex. Something is confusing. You do a lot of effort to do it. Confused. Confused is an adjective, means perplexed. Perplex. So when you perplex somebody, that means you confuse them. Consider. Design. Details. Distant is an adjective, and the noun is distance. Foreigner. General. Introduce is a verb, and the noun is introduction. There is a difference between introduce and present something. Introduce has two functions: to introduce somebody to another, and introduce somebody for the first time, or introduce something for the first time. Present, to present something or to have a presentation on a topic. Light. Light is an adjective and it can be a verb by adding en as a suffix to become lighten. The opposite of light is heavy. Mean. Mean is a verb and it can be an adjective. Mean as an adjective means rude, and someone who is not generous, who never helps others. Mind map. Name. Options. Personally. Phrase. Plate. Products. The verb of products is produce, and produce itself can be a noun. Uncountable noun refers to plants. Questioner. Relatives. People. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Relatives, people who have relationships with you, your uncles, your aunts, and so on. Respect. Respect has three adjectives: respectful, respectable, respected. And there's a big difference between them all. Let's start with respectful. Respectful, showing admiration for someone or something. When I say, we are so pleased to meet you at last, he said in a respectful tone of voice. And the opposite of respectful is disrespectful. You can add the prefix dis. There is an important expression with that word. To be respectful of something, to accept that something is important and not to try to change it or cause offense. For an example, he taught his children to be respectful of other cultures. The second adjective of respect is respectable. Respectable, considered to be socially acceptable because of your good character, appearance, or behavior. For example, this part of the city has become quite respectable in the last 10 years. I wore my boring respectable suit to the interview. Another example, a respectable young woman from a good family. Respectable has another meaning to describe an amount or quality that it's large enough or of a good enough standard to be acceptable. For example, she earns a respectable salary. The final score was a respectable 20, a respectable 2-1. Respected as an adjective, and this is the last one. Admired by many people for your qualities or achievements. A highly respected politician. He's very well respected in the business world. Rest. Rest is a noun and it can be a verb. Rude. Rude is an adjective. Rule is a noun and it can be a verb to control somebody. But rule as a noun means a law you must follow. Share, simple, tradition, type, vertically. Abroad is an adverb, and notice the difference between abroad and aboard. For an example, I never traveled abroad. And when you travel, you will travel aboard the ship or aboard the train, on the train or on the ship. Climate, comfortable, comfortable. Notice the pronunciation of this word. To get the opposite, you must add un. So uncomfortable, confused means perplex, as I said short time ago. Fried, include, prefer, repeat, snack, suitable, and windy. As we always say, the expressions, phrases, and prepositions are very important in any language. Achieve a great deal of around the world, and it means worldwide or lingua franca. For example, English has become a lingua franca language, or English is spoken as a first language around the world. Go abroad. Ask about. Happy with. Spend on. For example, I always spend my money on buying books. To show respect for. You must show respect for your teachers, parents, colleagues. Start with. Write about. Let's look at the derivatives of the word. Achieve is a verb and achievement, achievable, as I have just said. Attract, attraction, attractive. Believe, belief, and a believer is a person. Believable, and the opposite is unbelievable. You must add un as a prefix. Confuse, confusion, and it has two adjectives, confused and confusing. The sum or the math sums are confusing. I got confused by the question that my teacher asked me. Consider, consideration, considerable, considered. Considerable means a great amount of something. Produce, product, production, producer, and productive is an adjective. Yeah, wow. Respect, respect. And those are the adjectives that I have just said. Respected, respectable, and respectful. Let's have the examples. The factory produces high quality shoes. The products are exported to the Gulf countries. The workers are very productive. Saudi Arabia is a major producer of oil. Synonyms and antonyms. And notice that synonyms are words have the same meaning. Antonyms are words have negative meanings, have opposite meanings. Belief means concept of faith. The opposite is disbelief or doubt. Confuse, distract, comfort, clarify. Design, to plan, to devise. Ruin is the opposite. Distant means isolated, remote. Remote here is an adjective. Close or near. Light, lightweight, moderate, and the opposite is heavy and large. Respect, the same meaning of appreciation. Esteem, self-esteem. Disrespect or dishonor. Share, distribute, participate, join. The opposite of them is gather or combine. Suitable means appropriate, convenient, and the opposite is improper or inconvenient. Look at that example. The stars are more distant from the earth than the sun. The synonym of the adjective distant is distant means far away. So the synonym of the adjective distant is remote. Great. Close and nearly. Nearly is an adverb and close is an adjective and so on. As a manager of a multinational company, Mr. Ibrahim often abroad on business. I'm sorry, Mr. Ibrahim often abroad on business. Goes abroad on business. The streets in this area are so alike that they can confuse any newcomer. The noun from the verb confuse is confuses, confused, confusion, confusedly. Great, it's confusion. I have the greatest respect for my parents. The noun respect is similar in meaning to belief, no, doubt, no, denial, no, great. So it's appropriate. Actually, I'm sorry, appreciation. I have to go to the mechanics as my car is a loud and strange noise. Great, making noise. The antonym of the verb confuse is clarify. Great, to explain. So you can see that everything is easy for you. Let's have the difference between share and divide. Look at the examples. My brother shares a room with one of his university colleagues. But the children are divided into three teams. 30 divided by 6 is 5. Introduce and present. We said the difference between them, and let's see the examples. I introduced my family to all my friends at the school party. Russia is the first country to introduce a new vaccine for the novel coronavirus. Notice here that novel is not a noun, is an adjective, means very new. It was the school headmaster who presented the prizes at the party. The difference between include, contain, consist of, and the difference between abroad, aboard, broad as an adjective. Take a look. Yep, great. The difference between climate, weather, and atmosphere. Egypt is popular with tourists because of its mild climate all the year. The weather today is hot and humid. Pollution is really damaging the atmosphere of the earth. He lives in an atmosphere of respect and love. Great. You can answer the exercises and we will discuss the answers inshallah next sessions. Now we have done the lesson 3 for vocabulary. During our coming sessions, inshallah, grammar will be explained well. Yeah, everything is gonna be okay. Wish you the best. Thank you so much.